Real leaders know better, smarter, wiser ways to build wealth. And you owe it to yourself to commit that time, talent, and resources to learn what real leaders know in the context of building wealth. Today, I'm going to give you a deep overview of some of those tools and processes and systems that great leaders deploy to position themselves to build wealth. And I begin by saying any genuine attempt to build wealth, it begins by collecting the right information. It begins by analyzing that body of knowledge. And it begins by applying that body of knowledge when it makes sense. All of this comes under the heading that we call data analytics. Now, why is data so important in the context of wealth creation? And why is it that great leaders that build wealth really look in this direction? Well, let me explain. You see, data gives you the science, data gives you the proven theory, and data gives you best practices. And I will explain each of them shortly. But what the right information also do, what data actually does, it gives you the high reward. The high reward that you're looking for is a pathway that allows you to build wealth at ease. That's high reward. But it also allows you to attain measurable results. It's not just any results. You are able to predetermine the results that you want, and you're able to measure the outcome that you're going after. Data allows you to attain all of this. Above all else, data allows you to attain predictable outcome. And how important is predictable outcome? You know, very often we see millions of people across the world take up a particular activity to get results, but very often it never happens. You may be chunky in size and you want to shed a few pounds, and you start to work hard at the gym, but that didn't give you the results that you want. Why? Because the process that you're using, there's no scientific research designed to give you predictable outcome. So data allows you to get all of this so you don't waste your time, your efforts, and your money doing things that's not going to give you predictable outcome. So the data gives you all of this, the high reward, the measurable results, the predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. Now, let's begin by examining a little bit what is the science and data. Now, have you ever been into a science lab? Perhaps at school, you might have spent some time going into your science lab to see how a process is done. And that is actually what data is. So if you want to position yourself to build wealth, you are asking yourself, who are those people that are taking this wealth building journey to the lab in order to make it a science? And that is the kind of information that you need, because when you collect this body of knowledge, because you have seen multiple of persons who have set out to build wealth and they have documented their process, they have documented the results, and that results is now data because it shows the different things that they have been through and the end results. So the science is you looking for the science in the data that you're collecting, and you're using that science, all right, in the context of wealth creation to help you to make better, smarter, wiser decision. It's just like like that young little child in the lab, and you're excited about learning how a process is done together and end results, how to make object float. That might be your science project. And in this context, your science project is the best way to position yourself to build wealth. And when you bring the wealth building process down to this level, you break it apart, and you now understand it at this level, that is literally what sets you up to get on the right track. That's going to set you up now to achieve your objective. So, from the science, you now have what is known as the proven theory. It has been proven. So, it was a theory, and now it is proven. Because it is proven means that you can repeat one thing over and over and get a desired end results. All right? It is now proven. So, this is the path that you want to go on when you want to position yourself to build wealth. Now, I wish I could have said that there's one pathway to build wealth. The data will never tell you that there's one pathway because there's multiple pathways that you can use to position yourself to build wealth. For example, you can start a business and attempt to scale that business to that six, seven, and nine-figure brand. That definitely is a pathway that you can use. But it would make a lot of sense to take the time to understand what is the science saying about starting and scaling that six, seven, and nine-figure brand. Perhaps something else that you might want to look at is you may want to invest in ETF, exchange trade funds, or perhaps a Vanguard index that gives you more passive income cash flow. Depending on how much you invest and with the strategy behind this, you can have interest accumulation, you can have interest compounding, and because you have it compounding, it fast track the approach that you're using now to increase your disposable income through this passive stream. You want to get comfortable with the science of doing all of this, become that child again, and get into the lab and dissect that, whatever it is. All right, dissect it. But at the end of the day, you want to know how to assemble, disassemble, and reassemble a process that is going to set you up to build wealth. Great leaders, real great leaders, take the time to do this. They look at data, and I believe in you. I believe that you could start this process in the right way and set yourself up to learn the science, master those best practices, and truly position yourself to be great. So you're learning the science, you are mastering the proven theories, and you're mastering those best practices. So because of the fact that you understand these systems, you have now deployed them as tools. They have become part of your processes, and because they're giving you predictable outcome, you are now using them in the context of systemize. You build your own systems around them, and to be able to build the systems around this, where you get transparency, accountability, consistency, you get scale, you get all of those things that is necessary to get the predictable outcome that can really set you up and perhaps a generation to come to really understand the wealth building journey and not only understand it, apply it, and master these concepts. So I trust that today's nuggets help to give you some perspective on what great leaders do in order to build wealth. And I'm going to quickly recap this. Great leaders never shoot in the dark unless there's a method behind the madness. Now, great leaders depends on collecting the right information, analyzing the right information, leveraging the right information and mitigating it. We call this data collection. They collect the data and they spend time studying that data. So if the data is what is, you know, how does people build wealth over the last 5, 10, 15 years, and who are the most successful people? You're collecting data on this and you're analyzing this so you can understand their process to the science, so you can understand their proven theory, you can understand their best practices. Why? Because as you deploy yourself to position yourself to build wealth, you want to guarantee that you're going to get high rewards. You want to guarantee that you're going to get measurable results. You want to guarantee that you're going to get predictable outcome, and you want to guarantee that you're going to get the high reward with the highest degree of accuracy. So get comfortable with data. Data means information collected, analyzed, and leveraging the data in the context of wealth creation. Be blessed and see you in the next broadcast.